We have got good professionals in our security and intelligence agencies, but we need to intensify much more in light of the recent happenings. We are a very modernized navy, and we have a long sea coast also. So we should ensure that they are not left unguarded.
Welcome viewers to yet another edition of the Secretariat's Geoeconomic Show. We are going to talk of a different kind of war today. There is a hot war going on across the LOC in Kashmir, with the two sides exchanging fire almost daily. But the other war is an economic war, which has also broken out. After Pakistan notified that it will not allow Indian flights to go across its territories, India too has taken a similar step. It has banned Pakistani overflights across India. Now that means that aeroplanes from Pakistan carrying cargo to Southeast Asia, Japan, China, etc. will have to take a longer route. And that means costs can go up to as much as 30 to 40% for them. The other portion is, because there is a war-like situation going on, there is no war. I'll repeat, there is no war. But because there is a tense situation, shipping lines are likely to hike their rates, and so are shipping insurance agents. Now, shipping rates, if they go up, and insurance costs, if they go up, that is likely to add 15 to 20% more costs to Pakistani exporters trying to sell to Southeast Asia. Now, the big thing is that China, Southeast Asia, Japan together, and Korea of course, together account for $34 billion of Pakistani exports, accounting for nearly 50% of its total export efforts. Pakistan mostly sells garments, ready-made garments, knitted textiles, etc., plus some pharmaceutical products. Now, if these are hit by higher costs, then two things happen. Pakistan's margins fall, its profits fall. The other thing that happens is Pakistan can be outpriced by competing countries like Bangladesh, Vietnam or Cambodia. So Pakistan has a big problem on its hand because of that one incident which happened in Pahalgam. The other part of the story is that India needs to defend its economic assets. Whether it is from terrorists or whether it is from a war-like situation, India needs to defend it. We have about 50% of our petroleum refining capacity on the west coast, mostly in Gujarat, but also in Bombay, also in Karnataka, even in Kerala. Now this has to be defended at all costs from any possible terror attack or a Pakistani incursion. Consequently, the Indian Navy has started drilling just outside Gujarat's coast. This is also more important and pertinent because the Pakistani Navy is also carrying out live fire drills in the Arabian Sea, very near Gujarat. So the Indian Navy cannot be caught napping, and they too are concentrating on that area to stop any actions which the Pakistani may dream of. We are going to discuss with Mr. Shantanu Mukharji, a distinguished police officer, about India's economic security in the wake of the Pahalgam terror attacks. Mr. Mukherjee, India has been attacked earlier too by terrorist groups. There was an attack on Bombay in 2008, and that was obviously an intention to hit India economically at its financial capital. Do you foresee any attempts to attack India's economic infrastructure? And do you think we need to take some steps to protect those infrastructures, especially since we have oil refineries on our west coast?
Well, you are right. We need to beef up and step up our security apparatus here in view of Pahalgam. Otherwise, also, we need not be complacent, because we know the hostile country who is engineering all these attacks. And you had rightly mentioned about the infrastructural targets, say, for example, our refineries on the coast or the other important economic targets. Other than this, we should up our ante towards various institutions. For example, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, the ISRO, DRD, other sensitive installations, they all require a beefed up security. After all, we do not know what is up their sleeves. They are absolutely on the defensive because of whatever problems, their own domestic ills, they want to get attention, they want to assert. There's a huge problem going on between the political dispensation as well as the military. ISI has always been more powerful. Military has already seen in the history a number of takeovers, sort of decapacitating the civilian dispensation, and all these things we have seen, so many dictators rise and all. So they are hell bent upon disturbing or hurting the Indian targets. And you listed them rightly about all these things in view of the Bombay attacks of 2008 and later. So other than the military, we need to beef up the security. We have to take a fresh audit of all these installations and place so that we are not caught by surprise, we are not caught off guard. And side by side, we should also, we have got good professionals in our security and intelligence agencies, but we need to intensify much more in light of the recent happenings.
Viewers, you just heard Mr. Mukherjee, a former NSA of Mauritius, who told us how we are trying to beef up security of our economic infrastructure. As you understand, any attack, terror attack on either our petroleum refineries, our power plants, or for that matter, even our roads and bridges, could have disastrous consequences on the GDP growth of our country. We would like to see to it that those are protected, and obviously the government is thinking of taking proactive steps to ensure the security of all these economic assets. We have been speaking to government officials, both concerned with security as well as with other sectors of the government, and they have assured us that the Indian government is taking steps to ensure that terrorists are not able to carry out either an attack on India's physical infrastructure or, for that matter, our cyber infrastructure. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching us.